Hi, thanks for joining me today for Yoga on the Beach. This is going to be a good day sunshine practice to awaken and energize you and feel the sun and the warmth on you. Hopefully you can be outside to do it. So let's begin by taking a comfortable seat. You may need to rock back and forth to move that junk from the trunk, as they say. Put your hands on your knees, close your eyes, and begin to get comfortable. And just take some normal breaths and begin to focus inward. Let's begin by putting our left hand on our heart, our right hand on our belly, and feeling how they move as we breathe. As you inhale, the belly expands, the chest rises. As you exhale, the chest goes down, the belly contracts. And just continue breathing in this way, noticing your body. Begin to flutter open your eyes, keeping your gaze low at first. Now we're going to begin with some spinal warm-ups. So we're going to move to tabletop position. And we want good alignment between the shoulder, the elbow, and the wrist, and then the hips and the knees. Now, if you have trouble with your wrists, you can move your hands up a little bit. That makes that angle a little less harsh on your wrists. So either way, that's good for you. Now let's begin with our cat-cow stretches. We're going to inhale, drop the belly, look skyward, and squeeze those shoulder blades together. And then as you exhale, you round the belly, you broaden across those shoulders. Again, inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round the belly, the back. Now do two more with your breath. And then come back to a neutral position. And now we'll work on spinal balance, raising that right arm, reaching out, and then raise that left leg, toes pointing down, heel pushing back, and then release. Then raise the left arm, the right leg, and notice we don't go any higher than shoulder or hip level. Again, right arm, left leg, and left arm, right leg. And then do two more with your breath on each side. And now we're going to do tiger pose. So first, reach out that arm and the leg, and then bend the knee, heel facing up. And then the other side, left arm out, right leg back, bend the knee, and release. Now we're going to add on to that. So I'm going to bring out that right arm, the left leg goes back, you bend the knee, and then you're going to bring that elbow in to touch the knee as you round your back. And then come on back out, and then the other side. Left arm up, right leg back, elbow to knee, round the back, and reach. Release. Do two more on each side at your own pace with your breath. And then come back to a neutral position. And then meet me in child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart, and reaching back down. You can stack those fists and put your forehead on your fist if that's more comfortable, because remember, this is a rest pose. Okay, now we're going to do a little flow from child's pose to Cobra. So we're going to come up to our knees, drop those elbows in as you come down, chest, chin, and then low Cobra. And then we're going to push back to child's pose. And we're going to flow like that a couple of times. So drop, chest and chin, low Cobra, pushing back to child's pose. Elbows in, shoulders back, chest, chin, low Cobra, and push back to a child's pose. And just one more time. And back to child's pose. And take a breath. And then we're going to very gracefully come to our feet. And so here we want to be hips distance apart. So in order to do that, you're going to put your two fists together, put them between your feet, and that's perfect hip distance apart. We're going to get in our good solid mountain pose here. First I want you to lift all 10 toes, and then one by one put them on the mat. So you should really feel those toes pressing down on the mat, the heels pressing down, good solid foundation. We're lengthening it up through those thighs, tucking the tailbone, a slight pelvic tilt forward, shoulders rolling back, palms facing forward, crown of the head reaching up. Close your eyes a moment. Feeling the solid mountain pose that you have. Open your eyes. Let's reach our arms out, interlace the fingers, reverse them and push them forward and raise over your head. Palm tree pose. And then we're going to bend over to that one side. Nice stretch. Come back to center. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, lean to the other side. Inhale, lengthen up. Back to the other side. Inhale, lengthen up. And over to the other side again. Feeling that stretch from fingertips all the way down to your feet. Back to center, and let's bend over one more time. Back to center, and then to the other side. Oh, let's do it again. One more time over, and then back to the other side. Let's release those hands, maybe shake it out a little bit. And let's come to the top of our mat. Strong mountain pose. If you want, you can put those big toes together. If you do that, the sides of your feet should be parallel. Otherwise, keep your feet hips distance apart. Inhale, circle sweep up, fold forward, right foot goes back, drop the knee, low lunge. Feeling a nice stretch in that groin. Tuck the toes, left foot meets the right, down dog. And now we're going to do our Cobra flow. Knees down, tops of feet to the mat, chest and chin, low Cobra. Then push back up to down dog. Bring that microphone back to your head. And then bring your right foot forward. Low lunge on that other side. Tuck the toes of the back foot. Bring it forward to meet the other. Forward fold. Circle sweep up. Hands to heart center. Inhale, circle sweep up. Fold forward. Left foot goes back. Drop the knee, low lunge. Tuck that toe, right foot meets the left. Downward facing dog. Drop the knees, top of feet to the mat. Elbows bend, chest and chin, low Cobra. Tuck the toes, back up to downward facing dog. Bring that left foot forward, even if you have to use your hand to help it up. Drop that right knee, top of foot to the mat. Tuck the toe, come forward, forward fold. Circle sweep up, hands to heart center. And now, a warrior flow. Circle sweep up, fold forward. Going to take that right foot back at an angle. Keep that left leg bent in front. You can put your hands on your thigh to stabilize yourself before you come all the way up. And then reach up, trying to get those arms next to your ears. Focus on that back leg too. Make sure that the back edge of the foot is sealing down. Strong back leg, keeping that front leg from collapsing in. Hips are working their way forward. Arms up by the ears. Then we open up to Warrior Two. Let's turn the palms up to make sure those shoulder blades are down our back. Turn the palms back down. Straighten that front leg, preparing for triangle. Reach forward with that left arm, right hip goes out, and then open up into triangle, Trikonasana. Remember, you want a nice, strong line between your fingertips. Don't fold forward. You're in between those panes of glass. And then bring yourself up, keeping those arms nice and straight, legs straight. Back hand goes down to your leg, top hand, palm up, reaching back for reverse triangle. Arms back out in a T. Now let's turn those left toes to face the same way as the right, so the toes are facing the long edge of the mat. Hands to the hips. Let's fold over halfway. Good, strong, straight back here. Neck is a natural extension of the spine. And when you're ready, go ahead and fold all the way down. Hands to the mat. And breathe. Inhale, hands back to the hips. Come up halfway. And then all the way up. Then let's heel toe those feet in. And we're going to go back to the top of the mat. And this is where I got confused. I wasn't sure which way to face. You just stay at the top of your mat. Okay. Inhale, circle sweep up, fold forward, left leg goes back, angle that left foot, stabilize before you come up into warrior one. Remember strengthening that back leg, keeping that front leg opened up. Arms to a T, hips facing forward, warrior two, and you're looking over that front hand. Straighten that front leg, preparing for triangle. Reach out with that right hand, left hip goes out, and then bend down to reach your pyramid triangle pose, Trikonasana. And you may find that you're not as far down on this one as you were on the other side. Maybe you're up closer, and that's okay. Remember, the key is to have this nice opening across the chest. Hands come back up to form a T. Back hand down, front hand palm up, reaching up, reverse triangle. Arms back out to a T. Turn the toes of the right foot forward, facing the long edge of the mat. Hands to hips. Folding forward again. Halfway. Good strong legs, good strong back here. And then reach all the way down. Continue to breathe. Strengthening those legs. Hands to the hips. Come up halfway. And then all the way. Heel toe those feet in. And so now we're going to practice a balancing pose. We're going to do eagle. And let's see how well this goes on a windy day on a hill on the beach. So I'm going to cross my right leg over. If it's available, you can go ahead and continue wrapping that foot behind you. Arms out to a T. Cross the left over the right. Bend the elbows. And if you can, go ahead and put your palms together. Next step is to try to sink the hips down and raise the elbows. I had to drop my toe here to stay upright, and that's okay. Unwind, flap your feathers, readjust your mat. Now the left leg goes across. Arms out. Right arm goes across. Bend the elbows, palms together. See if you can wrap that foot. Sink the hips. Raise the elbows. And release. Flap those wings. All right, back to the top of the mat. I'm going to do a little plank flow here. Inhale, circle sweep up, forward fold, look halfway up, fold down, right foot back, left foot back, plank. You can drop your knees here too if you'd like, or stay in standard plank. From plank, we're going to move straight back to down dog. You shouldn't have to move your hands or your feet. Back down to plank. Try to keep that tush from going up or down. Keep it straight. Back to down dog. Back to plank. And back to down dog. Back to plank. And then drop your knees. And we're going to stay on our knees here. We're going to do camel pose. This is a great pose to help open up through the chest. You know, we're hunched over our computers, on our phones all the time. This is a great chest opener, great counter pose to that. And there'll be a couple of options. So first, nice and straight on the knees, and then we're going to take our fists and put them at the small of our back. And then you're reaching the elbows together. Try to bring your elbows together as you push your hips out. It's a baby back bend. Keep your neck as just a natural extension coming from your chest. Don't let it drop back. Don't let your head drop back. All right, let's come out of that. Back to your knees for just a moment. And now we're going to give it another go with another option to try. We can reach back for our heels. You can do one at a time. Try both. Okay, so the fists back in the small of the back, the elbows reaching to each other, hips out. Then I'm going to reach back with my right hand, touch my heel, my left hand to my heel, keeping that nice back bend, chest opening, gaze skyward. Hands to the hips, come down to your knees, and then child's pose. Toes together, knees apart. This is a great counter pose to camel. Now from here, we're going to come forward like we did before with our knees, chest, and chin, and we're going to stay down on the mat here. And then we're going to move into locust pose. We'll do one side at a time first. So forehead to the mat, palms up. Then I'm going to raise my right hand and then my right leg and lift my chest off the mat. Your gaze is just a couple inches in front of your mat. Don't crane or bend your neck too much. You might have to take small sips of air here. Release down. And now the other side. Left hand, left leg, chest raises. Your lungs and your belly are compressed, so it's a little harder to breathe, so you just take smaller breaths. Now both sides together, lifting the hands, the legs, the chest. Maybe on an inhale you can come up a little higher. And release. You can put that chin or the cheek to the mat. And then let's go ahead and push ourselves up to your knees, and then we're going to come down to the mat. And since we're at the ocean, we're going to start with a boat pose. So feet on the mat, leaning back. Lean back until you feel those abs start to engage. Tighten up. Maybe put those arms out, palms up, one foot up. Release that foot. The other foot comes up. Release that foot. Let's try both feet. Don't forget to breathe. And then we're going to lower down nice and slowly onto the mat. And then extend those legs out, arms overhead. Take a nice full body stretch. And then we're going to bring the right knee into the chest, the left knee, roll side to side. Nice little massage. Then extend that left leg out, bring the right knee in, squeeze it in. Then we're going to take that left hand and put it on the left hip. Use your right hand and open that leg out. That left hand is just helping you remember to keep the left side down while that right side is opening up. Now bring that knee back in across, switch hands. So the left hand is going to bring the knee across, tuck the toes behind the other leg. Your gaze looks to the right, your right arm is out. Bring that knee back through center. Bring the left knee up to join it. And then extend that right leg out. Left knee, you pull it in. And then that right hand to the right hip. Left hand opens up that leg. And then the left knee comes across the chest, switch hands, left arm out, tuck those toes. And then bring it back to center, bringing both knees in. And now we're going to work on our hip opener a little bit more with our reclined pigeon. Bring that right foot over on top of the thigh, keep it flexed. You're going to reach your hands behind that left thigh and pull forward. You can use your right elbow to gently coax that right hip open a little bit more. Release that and switch. So left foot on the thigh, keeping it flexed. Reach behind that thigh, pull it toward you. Using that left elbow to push it open. And then release. Dropping the feet to the outer edges of the mat. Arms out on it as a T. Drop the knees to the right and then to the left. Windshield wipering. Hopefully that's releasing your lower back. And now for Shavasana, you can leave your knees up like this and then have them fall in to each other so they're supporting each other. That's good for your back. Or you can go ahead and extend your legs, letting your feet fall open, palms up, shoulders tucked slightly under, chin tucked slightly to your chest. And then here, I want you to feel that warmth of the sunlight, the warm golden sunlight. Feel it entering your head, warming your head, and then down through your throat, down through your shoulders, through your elbows, your wrists, your hands. And then this golden light moves down your chest, through your ribs, through your belly, and now your hips. And the golden light is going down through your thighs, your knees, your calves, your shins, your ankles, your feet, your toes. Feel the warmth from head to toe. Beautiful golden healing light. And keep that focus inward, focusing on your breath. Bring your awareness back to the room, back to the sensations around you. Reach your arms overhead, stretch your legs out, full body stretch. And then when you're ready, roll to one side using your arm as a pillow. And rest here a moment, feeling the effects of the yoga practice on your mind and body. And then join me in a seated pose, keeping your eyes closed or your gaze low. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, put your hands at heart center, gently tucking your chin. Thank you so very much for sharing this awakening, energizing, warming session. Namaste, yogis.